Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Draw with T. I am doing more anatomy today, so hurrah for all you anatomy fans out there. If you can hear the sounds of rain in the background, I do apologize. I am recording this during a thunderstorm with hail, so it's kind of picking up and doing whatever it pleases, and I'm not quite sure if the microphone is picking it up or not. Now, as I said in the last episode, I'm doing some arm anatomy, and today that is continuing with kind of a focus on the tricep, I believe, and you can kind of see just off to the left, just half out of frame, the little image that I'm kind of drawing here, and then there's another image that you can't see that I'm drawing, and it's basically just sort of detailing the look of the tricep and the three muscles, the long, the medial, and lateral heads. The tricep's always something I've kind of struggled with because it's on the back side of the arm, and typically when I draw things, I'm kind of dealing with the bicep and all the muscles in the front, or even a side profile, and from a side angle, the tricep just kind of seems like kind of just one muscle. You only really see one of the heads. So seeing it from the backside, same with just back muscles in general, it's something that I don't often do. So doing this was kind of helpful, something that I should probably refresh much more often. And here I am just doing a quick note of the three heads of the tricep. This is the third or fourth time that I've done this, and it's sort of sticking with me a little bit, but not as much. I think it would take the rigors of art college to make these things stick in my head as quickly as it did back then, but I don't really have a desire to spend 40 hours a week just doing anatomy homework. And then having my highly skilled anatomy teacher name all the muscles that I got wrong, and then my head spinning because I just don't even know what words came out of his mouth. Now I do apologize, I'm going to be writing a few words here, just some notes and stuff in general. As I said before, notes are important, especially ones aimed at yourself. Don't feel the need to just write stuff with the intent of other people reading it, unless your sketchbook for some reason is a very, very, very public place. But you should mainly be aiming to make notes that'll make sense to future you, which is kind of what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of noting down a few things that Hampton said that I know will be useful to future me. And here you can see very clearly what I'm going to be drawing. I'm going to be drawing that sort of cocked arm just off to the left there. The reason that I have it positioned like this is it's just kind of easier for me to lie that part of the book flat and then have the other part of the book kind of up. I don't know, I just kind of can see around it a lot better. Now, when I was drawing this, I kind of hadn't drawn heavily for a while, and I hadn't drawn anatomy for a while, so I felt very stiff doing this, and it felt a little bit alien to me versus some other times where I've just sat down, taken a look at a drawing, thought, well, I can't draw that, but then 10 minutes later, there's this sort of amazing thing sketched out on my page, maybe not entirely finished, but looking very good, very smooth. This was not one of those cases. You're gonna see me kind of pick around and fix stuff, because I haven't drawn in a while here, and I haven't drawn this in a while, and I don't really have much art confidence while drawing this. It's been kind of a hard time for me to sit down and draw with meaning. There's always seems to be something in the way, whether it's sleep deprivation because I was up late having to get something done, or just, having to rush off to other things, or just simply being distracted because I look outside, the sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and it's only going to be that way for a very short time, and it's very hard to justify being inside and putting my full attention on art and, doing good work. Why do that when I could be doing something outside, because the weather doesn't last very long here, or even drawing outside, which I don't really have a way of recording and drawing outside. I don't really have a portable camera. I don't have a means of recording for a long period of time or anything like that, so the series is currently a little bit of a thorn in my side, but spoilers for those who perhaps haven't seen the other episodes, the series won't be lasting for much longer. When I hit episode 100, I will stop recording, or rather putting episodes out twice a week. I'll probably take a very long break and enjoy not having to force out a couple pieces of art every week, or make content that is purposely kind of something I can record for YouTube, as opposed to there's some things I want to do that are can't be done in a week and be posted, or just the results aren't as clear and enjoyable as, say, a page of artwork or a portrait, like figuring out a story for an animatic series, or an animation is not as fun to watch at all. And that's kind of the stuff I want to try and tackle, and then maybe produce a very nice episode or something related to that. But yeah, it'll be kind of the death of the forced bi-weekly schedule. Even once a week I don't think would work for me, especially during summer. Wintertime, things might change, but yeah, so enjoy these episodes while you can. If you're kind of joining now, I do apologize if this is of any interest for you, which I'd kind of be shocked if it was. There are going to be 100 episodes to watch, so catch up on the old stuff, and yeah. Apologies for the filler there, but I have said a lot that I've already said a lot in all these episodes. We're at episode 96, and there's only so much about art that I can talk about, and I'm not entirely sure if people come to watch these to hear me talk about other stuff. I don't have any sort of planned thing to talk about. I'm not really the kind of person that can just sit down, think up a topic. For example, art college. I'm sure there's a million people that want to know whether they should or shouldn't go to art college, and I can't just sit down and in 10 minutes or 12 minutes, or yeah, this episode's 12 minutes. I can't in 12 minutes just spew out something good that entirely encompasses my opinion. Something like that would take a while to write up and construct, and to cover that topic. And that's just something I don't really have time for twice a week with everything else. And it's also just not something I'm good at right now. I'm sure with practice and 50 episodes under my belt I could do it, but not right now. So that just sort of leaves me rambling and probably repeating myself, possibly contradicting myself, while drawing the same things and talking about the same things, which is kind of why I'm ready for the series to end. Recording everything that I draw was great for the first bit, and now I realize it's repetitive. And while I'm okay recording it and, just quickly throwing on some music and speeding it up, I'm less interested in spending the extra time to produce it lovely, in some kind of quality for YouTube. The quality is not good, the content is repetitive, and I think all the parties involved are a little bit tired of it, possibly. I have kind of had a spike of followers, so hi and welcome to this fest of art. Apologies if you're tuning in now and it's all kind of ending. I say I apologize, but I don't really know if anybody's gonna really miss this all that much. If it is a consolation, what I want to do is focus on quality over quantity and just take some time to, when I have time, practice my craft or improve certain things. So if I want to learn how to color balance my footage better, I can take time to do that without any deadlines or needing to please anybody or anything like that. If I only release one video a month or less, so be it. If I'm learning and, applying it forward, because right now this series pleases nobody and takes up my time. And by pleases nobody, I mean doesn't please me, and I don't really think pleases anybody in the art community, though when I started I learned a lot, which is, good, and now I can improve on that, so that's the way I'm looking at it. Now, actually getting back to the art, the reason that anybody is here, if there is really anybody here, this drawing is actually interesting, and it's something that I actually want to practice more, and I actually would love to see an art book that specifically details on this. Now, there's two images here of the arm. One is of the arm at rest, and one is the arm flexing, and what that does is basically show the transformation of the bicep, tricep, and all those kind of upper muscles, and even the forearm muscles, just sort of showing them, swell or relax in the two different phases. And it's very subtly done, and I could probably actually do with a little bit more wordage as what's going on and some details, because, I'm not that good. But it is helpful to have something like this, because too often I see these two images, but they're disjointed across several pages, so I don't really learn because the subtlety is so subtle that, I'm not picking that up. Although I know that, certain muscles, grow and tense up as you use them, because that's just how they work. But actually visualizing that can be hard, and finding reference for that can also be hard, because, finding the same person at the same angle with those differences is just hard to find. Anyways, if you're still listening, thank you. I imagine you're actually asleep, or you're one of my old supporters. Thank you very much if you are, and thank you for sticking around for this journey. Hope to see you guys in the next episode. It won't be anatomy. I believe I'll be drawing just some more personal stuff that's kind of doodly. But yeah, if you did enjoy this, like, comment, and subscribe, I guess. Definitely like, definitely comment. Subscribe, well, that's going to be up to you, because, like I said, this series will be petering off relatively soon, in a couple weeks, and then I'll probably be off and having some fun during the summer, and probably not posting so much art stuff. But if you want to stick around, you want to see what madness comes next, absolutely join and see where I go from here as an artist, or as a person. I guess we'll see. Anyways, guys, have a good one, and possibly see you in the next episode.